Hello and welcome to the video tutorial for Sizzle, a crochet granny square pattern by me, Polly Plum. For this pattern, I am using Stylecraft Serene yarn, which is an Aran weight yarn in 5 colors. I'm also using a 6mm crochet hook. I'll need scissors and a tapestry needle to weave in my ends and cut my yarn. And then I'll have on hand a tape measure or a ruler just so I can check on the final size of my granny square. To begin, put a slip knot of yarn on your hook and pull tight. Now chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to make 11 double crochets into that very first chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, now to join this round, I'm going to make a slip stitch not to the beginning chains, but actually to the first double crochet that I made. And then that slip stitch becomes the top 2 loops for my first double crochet made of those beginning chains. Now you'll notice there's a big hole in the middle, so what I'm going to do is weave my end under the bottom of all my double crochet stitches around in a loop. Okay, now once I get around, what I can do is pull the end tight and it will close up that circle, and then all I have to do after that is weave my end back and forth a couple times to secure it, and the hole in the middle of my square is gone. Now for round 2, what I'm going to do is chain 2, not to count as my first double crochet, but actually I will come back around and use that chain 2 at the end. I'm going to double crochet twice in the first stitch, the stitch that has the slip knot or slip stitch into it, and then I'm going to make 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around to that last stitch, and then I'll show you how I use those 2 chains to finish up my round. Okay, so when you get back around to the last stitch that has a chain 2 sort of coming out of it, you'll make 1 double crochet in that stitch, and then those chain 2s kind of count as the post of your last double crochet coming out of that last stitch, and then you'll slip stitch to the double crochet, the very first double crochet that you made this round, and that slip stitch becomes the top 2 loops for your last double crochet. Round 3, we're going to start in any stitch with a standing double crochet by having a slip knot on our hook, yarning over, and holding that in place. Insert your hook into any stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. There's a standing double crochet. Now chain 1 and double crochet again in the same stitch, and this counts as your first V stitch. Now chain 1 again, and we're going to skip the next stitch, but into the stitch after that we're going to make a V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. Then chain 1 and do this again. Skip the next double crochet, into the next double crochet, make a V-stitch. And then chain 1. And now repeat that all the way around. And when you get to the end, you'll skip the last stitch, make a chain 1, and slip stitch to the standing double crochet to finish your round. Begin round 4 in the first double crochet of any V-stitch with a standing single crochet. Then chain 12. Now double crochet in the third chain from the hook. Now double crochet in each of the next 9 chains. Okay, now we're going to make a double crochet into the side of the single crochet we made. I like to do this by going from the top to the bottom under the front loop and then under the leg of the single crochet. Now, single crochet in the second double crochet of that same V. Chain 1. And now single crochet in the first double crochet of the next V. And now let's make another one of those. Double chain 12. And double crochet in the third chain from the hook. Now double crochet in each of the next 9 chains. And now double crochet in the side of that last single crochet that you made. And single crochet in the second double crochet of that V. Chain 1, and then let's do that all over again. Now go ahead and repeat that all the way around, and you will have 12 of these little guys that I call sizzles in the pattern. And when you get to the end, just make a slip stitch to that first single crochet to join and fasten off. Okay, for round 5, we're going to make a standing front post double crochet 2 together. So with a slip knot on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook from front to back around the post of the second double crochet of any round 3V. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now wait, yarn over, insert your hook from front to back around the first double crochet of the next V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 remaining loops on your hook. Ta-da! Now chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put this chain 3 behind the next little sizzle, and we're going to make another front post double crochet 2 together around the second double crochet of that last V and the first double crochet of the next V. So the front post double crochet 2 togethers are going in front of our work, and then the chain 3s, 1, 2, 3, go behind the round 4 sizzles. So go ahead and make those all the way around, and when you get back to the beginning, slip stitch to that first standing front post double crochet 2 together to join, and then we'll work on round 6. Okay, for round 6 we're going to start with a standing front post single crochet. So insert your hook from front to back around the post of any front post double crochet 2 together, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops on your hook. Now chain 4, and just like before, we're going to put the chain behind the sizzle and then make another front post single crochet around the next front post double crochet 2 together. Then chain 4, and just repeat that all the way around. Front post single crochet and chain 4. And when you get to the beginning, simply slip stitch to that first standing front post single crochet to join. Now for round 7, I'm going to continue with the same yarn by chaining 3 to count as my first double crochet, but if you're changing colors, you can just use a standing double crochet here. And then I'm going to chain 2 more, so a total of 5. The chain 2 will be like my chain 2 space, and then double crochet in that same stitch as the join. And this counts as my first wide V. Now chain 1, and we're going to take the very next sizzle and bend it so that the double crochets are all facing up, and I want you to count from the middle out to the 5th double crochet. In that double crochet, make a single crochet. And then chain 1. And then into the next front post single crochet, make a wide V, which is double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. And then again, chain 1, take the next sizzle and count from the center to the 5th double crochet, bend that sizzle over, and then in the top of that double crochet, make a single crochet. And then chain 1. And now simply repeat that around. Make another wide V into the front post single crochet. Chain 1, single crochet in the 5th double crochet of the next sizzle, and chain 1. Okay, repeat that around, and when you get to the very beginning, you'll slip stitch to the first double crochet, which for me is going to be the top of the beginning chain 3, or if you changed colors, the top of the standing double crochet. For round 8, begin with a standing double crochet in the chain 2 space of any wide V. Then chain 1, double crochet again in that same space, chain 1, double crochet again in that same space. Now chain 1 and single crochet into the single crochet that you made into the sizzle. Chain 1 again, and then into the chain 2 space of the next wide V, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and now single crochet into the single crochet that you made into the sizzle. Chain 1, and then go ahead and repeat that around, slip stitch to the first double crochet to join, and that is round 8. For round 9, we're going to start with any group of 3 double crochets into the first chain 1 space, make a standing double crochet. Then chain 1, and double crochet again in that same chain 1. And that counts as your first V-stitch. Now chain 1, and make another V-stitch in the next chain 1 space. Now chain 1, and single crochet in the next single crochet. Chain 1, and then V-stitch in the next chain 1 space between double crochets. Chain 1, and V-stitch in the next chain 1 space between double crochets. Chain 1, and single crochet in the next single crochet. And chain 1, and that's your repeat. Go ahead and make that all the way around and slip stitch to the double crochet of the first V to join. For round 10, start in the first double crochet of the first V in any 2V group with a standing single crochet. Then single crochet in the chain 1 space of that V. Now make 2 single crochets in the next double crochet. Single crochet in the chain 1 space. Now make 2 double crochets in the next double crochet. I'm sorry, 2 single crochets in the next double crochet. Now single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next double crochet, and now we're going to do a single crochet 2 together. First, what you do is insert your hook into the next chain 1 space and pull up a loop. Skip the next single crochet, insert your hook into the next chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That's a single crochet 2 together. Now single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, 2 double crochet in the next double, 2 single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, 2 single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, single crochet in the next double crochet. Now work your single crochet 2 together into the 2 chain 1 spaces around that single crochet. And that's your repeat. Go ahead and make that all the way around and slip stitch to the first single crochet to join. Start round 10 by finding a single crochet 2 together and count 1, 2, 3 single crochets after that. Into the third single crochet after that, make a standing single crochet in the back loop only. Now single crochet in the back loop only of the next 4 single crochets. Now chain 2, and we're going to connect our sizzle. So find the next sizzle, stretch it out, and we're going to turn it over into a full 360-degree turn. Now, from the end where the chain 2 spaces at the end, count backwards 2 double crochet, and in that second to last double crochet, make a single crochet and make sure and keep that spin on the sizzle. Now chain 2, and we're going to skip the next 5 stitches that are now behind the sizzle, and then single crochet into the back loop only of the next 5 stitches. And to make sure you're on track, those will be centered between the 2 V-stitches. So the third single crochet will go into the single crochet made into the chain 1 space that's between the 2 V-stitches. Then we chain 2, and let's connect our next sizzle. So stretch it out, flip it over in a full 360, and in that second to last double crochet, make a single crochet. Then chain 2 and skip the 5 stitches, 2 single crochets, the single crochet 2 together and 2 single crochets, and then single crochet in the back loop only of the next 5 stitches. So that's your repeat. Go ahead and do that all the way around and slip stitch to the first single crochet to join. If you're starting round 12 with a new color, make a standing single crochet in the first single crochet of any 5 single crochet group. Otherwise, just chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch as the join. Then single crochet in each of the next 4 single crochets. Now make 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space. Chain 1, skip the next single crochet, and 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. Now chain 1, and we're going to make a V-stitch into the center single crochet of the 5 single crochet group. Now make another V-stitch into the next chain 2 space. Chain 2, and this will be your corner. And make a V-stitch into the next chain 2 space. Now make a V-stitch into the center single crochet of that 5 single crochet group. chain 1, and 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. There we go. Chain 1 and skip the next single crochet, and 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. Then single crochet in each of the next 5 single crochets. I'll show you that repeat one more time. Make 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 1 and skip the single crochet. 2 single crochets in the next chain 2 space. Chain 1 and make a V-stitch in the middle single crochet of that 5 single crochet group. Now make a V-stitch in the next chain 2 space. Now chain 2 for your corner, and V-stitch in the next chain 2 space. V-stitch in the middle single crochet of the next 5 single crochet group. Chain 1 and 2 single crochets in the next chain 2. Chain 1, skip the single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next chain 2. Now go ahead and repeat that 2 more times to take you back to your first stitch and slip stitch to join. Okay, for round 13, I'm using the same color, so I'm going to chain 1 and single crochet in the same stitch as the join. You can also start with a standing single crochet in the single crochet made into any 5 single crochet group. And then single crochet in the next 6 stitches to the chain 1 space. Now into the chain 1 space, make a half double crochet. Now half double crochet in the next 2 single crochets. Half double crochet in the next chain 1 space. And now into the next V, I want you to make 3 half double crochets. Into the next V, make 3 double crochets. Now for our corner, we're going to make 3 treble crochets. And then chain 2 for the corner and make 3 more treble crochets, all in that chain 2 space. Okay, now make 3 double crochets in the next V-stitch. Now make 3 half double crochets in the next V-stitch. Now make 1 half double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Half double crochet in each of the next 2 single crochets. half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and now single crochet in each of the next 9 single crochets. Okay, let's do that one more time. Half double crochet in the chain 1 space, half double crochet in each of the next 2 single crochets, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, 3 half double crochets in the V-stitch, 3 double crochets in the next V-stitch, and for our corner, 3 treble crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more treble crochets. Now 3 double crochets in the next V-stitch, 3 half double crochets in the next V-stitch, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, half double crochet in each of the next 2 single crochets, half double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and now single crochet in each of the next 9 single crochets. Then go ahead and do that 2 more times to get around your square. You'll only have 2 single crochets to make at the end of the round, and then slip stitch to the first single crochet to join. Now for round 14, you can start wherever you joined with the same yarn, or with a standing single crochet in any stitch. And then all we're going to do is a single crochet in each stitch across to the corner. And then in the corner, we'll make single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, and just work that way all the way around your square and slip stitch to join when you get back to the first stitch. Now, if you find that you need more size on your square, this one I do think comes out a little small. I recommend making the single crochet round first and then adding another round depending on how much size you need of single, half, or double crochets. Because the single crochet round is nice and sturdy, it helps straighten your square out and keep those edges nice and even. So I would do the single crochet round first and then add any size you need to that instead of changing this round to half double crochet or double crochet. And that is it for your sizzle square. You are all done. Congratulations. I hope you had a ton of fun making it. I thought this was a really fun design. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.